Welcome to episode 37 of Solo Factory. In episode 36, we essentially finalise that part. We've still got stuff to clean up under there, which we'll do that in a later episode. We are in episode 37 going to be focused on this area. So, what is the goal? Everything that's been made in this section will get overflowed into the central tower. I've done one of those already. I've done heat sinks at the front there. So it comes in on that tractor there. It comes up here. Does it loop through here? Actually comes up in here. Goes to the left. Right there they go. Goes all the way through. Loops around. Oops, too far. Stuck. Comes down this way, hits that merger, goes this way, hoops around there, goes this way, goes around, eventually comes back around and comes through this way and up to there. And from there we go up to here. They go right again, up that conveyor belt and into here. We've already got nearly 200 sitting in there. That's already done. So what we're going to do, repeat that for aluminium casings, which are to the left there. Screw has already been done, as is circuit boards. We then have, I think there is some already done through here. So we have, down here. I believe quartz crystal's already done. I believe heavy modular frame's already done. Concrete is not needed to be sent to the central storage from here. We've then got silica here, which I believe is already done. We've then got our cooling system, that has to be done. Encased reduction beams, I think, has been done. I don't believe fuse modular frames has been done, so we've got a couple to do. The other thing we're also going to do while we're here is get rid of all of these windows because they're not the correct type. And then we're also going to make sure that all the floors are correct in terms of having the coated concrete floor and the concrete above, and that they've got everything sorted out in terms of their structure. And then we'll put windows on this thing, put a roof on it, windows on this one, and then this area will be done. Let's see what the first one we're going to do, the aluminium casings. So they look like they come, what do? They go up. First thing we need to check the windows, they're all good. The ceiling is incorrect, so we've got to take the ceiling off. So, just jump into here and get rid of this. And then we'll get rid of this next level. And find a bit. One bit in the corner. Yep. So we can see it comes up here. No, it wouldn't come up there to go to logistics level. So we're making 320 a minute. I'll look onto that. We need 150 a minute for fused modular frames, 80 minute for radio control units, 7.5 for ionized infused filters. I'm guessing it comes up. What have we got in there? We've just got 3 making them, okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3 coming into a merger, coming into a smart splitter, yes. And then going, overflow goes that way, I assume. Yep, overflow to the left, aluminium casing is going straight through, which means it's going down there, which is fine. And then comes out here. And that's where we're actually going to put our first thing. We're going to put a smart filter on the end of this external output here. We'll get rid of that too. Let's rebuild it. Smart splitter right there. Rebuild that. And we'll go right will be aluminium casings, and left will be overflow. Go on here. We'll line up directly with that one. And now what is this doing? It's just a conveyor belt splitter that splits it down there. Which must take it to the fused modular modular frames, which are basically in that direction over there. So that's all right. So we need to come out of here and join. Alright, we don't actually have any way around through there, so what we're going to do is just put that there. That will come into there and do that. And then we've come out here. It's not particularly convenient because we're right in the middle here. Can we go around? Oh, here we go. So that conveyor belt run there is what actually goes to the central, to the truck station in this region, in this area. So we could just either put another merger here, or we could just do this. We go right to the that. Hook around there. Join up with that, and that should start flowing, I suspect. Yep, alright, yeah. We've got to go to here now. And then we've got to redesign, just reprogram that. This is going to come up, that one. That's going to come up. This conveyor belt, hook into that merger, hook left, so we're going to make it go left first, aluminium casings, then the undefined, any undefined will make it just go float straight through, hook around the left, come into this merger, which will send it this way, which means it'll join that merger and come into this one, which means we want it to go left. You will then go through all the undefined through there, come around here, hook into that merger, join along here and come into here. We want this to go upstairs, the next level, so we're going to do that and add aluminium casing to that and delete that. So it'll now come into here and hook around there and come along here. If we've got it right, when we can get the first delivery of them, they should get stuck at that splitter. That's a programmable splitter, so we're then going to tell it to go to the left, sorry, to the right, because all 10 in that direction are full. Let's see if we can spot some coming through. Had a couple of issues with this whole setup just gumming up and everything just stopped moving, but I think I've got it sorted. Famous last words. Now let's go downstairs and just see if we're in fact getting a delivery. Just we've got to. Here we go, we've got 380 casings So that'll now be already flying up here. We're already following through there a little bit. There they go. They're going back that way. Zip up to the second floor. And drop down this little gap. And you see they're all gumming up that one, so we'll now go, where are we going to put this one? I'll just do it on the first one on this side, just go one in each, so this thing's going to come into here and be in a centre one, so aluminium casing, go to there, redo this one, make it join up properly, make it a Mark 6 belt. So aluminium casings, then we'll go none there and add a one to the right aluminium casing. Just to add that aluminium casing. And they go that way. Now they may stop at that point because no, that's flying in. You can see it's not starting up, so it's going in there. Just go up this little gap. You should start to see. And then casing. Go. This. Last thing we need to do is go down here, go across here, into there and copy those settings and build a little 1 meter square sign. Paste that in and search for L casing, do that. Right, that's the first, well that's the next one done from that north factory. Just put a wall back in that. Alright, so we've got heat sinks done, screws done, circuit boards done, just yet aluminium casings. We've got to fix up the floors, put a roof on it, put the power back into the sink. Silica's done, quartz crystal is done, modular frames are done, and concrete is not. I don't think I want to sink that to the central area just yet from here. So what we've got to do now is do fuse modular frames, which are these guys. Save, and then the last one we're going to do is cooling system. Now I'm not too sure that's either one of those are going to be overflowing just yet. But before we do that, let's just go back to here. First of all, we'll put. What on earth are you doing there? Put this back in, give it the old asphalt finish. And then we'll come back in here. Do Right, that's that, the first one actually completed. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off these first front four. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do all of these buildings in here that have all been already got their stuff done. So I'll do all these ones in terms of their floors. We'll do this tower as well. Then we'll come back and look at the fused modular frames and then the cooling systems to get them into the second level. So I'll be back in a bit after doing all that. Okay, so all those buildings are done. So actually I've just spotted a couple of things I was in the middle of doing. So we've actually moved some of the containers around that were in place. So that's what this is all about. Just go this. Do that. Alright. So that was that one. I also did the same thing with silica just across there. Just moving where the containers were. Alright, so what we've done is we've done all the buildings in the first two rows. So they've all had their floors done, they've had their new staircases fixed, they've had windows fixed, aluminium casing and the heat sinks were taken to the central storage hub. I have done the floors for the back buildings as well, in case industrial beams already was going to central storage. So now we need to see if we are making excess fused modular frames and getting them to central storage, and then similar with the cooling system, which is the other building at the other end of this row. I've not checked all this in a while, so let's just check. So it's making 1.5 a minute, it's running 100%, that's cool. Check this one, it's also running 100% and making 1.5 a minute, so that's good. Now they are both going up to there, and then they must be coming down there. It's a very odd setup, I don't know why that's doing that, but okay. Not going to worry about that. So, what exactly was needing this? I wasn't even sure where this goes anymore. I think it goes to the far end. I've also done all the floors in here, so these are all now done. I think I've done them all. I might have missed a couple, but we'll see. Now, is that the one I'm after? Okay, so that must, okay. Let's go into that merger. Into that. Let's see where they go. Alright, so I went into that. What's that doing? Okay, smart splitter, that's going there and then that way. And feeding them into a merger, and joined by that. Okay. Ooh, I have a couple of gaps. What have we got going on here? So that merges. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Well, I guess if it was overflowing, we would be seeing some come out of there. But we're not, so it must come down there. Now the fuse module frames go to the south factory, ultimately. But I'm just wondering where if they do any. So there they are there. Alright, so there's the end of it there. So the short answer is it's not overflowing. So, as a result of that, there's not much we can really do. So this in here is a on the other side. They've sort of fenced off the Mark III miner that sits in there, so that's why that's a little bit like that. Right, let's go find. I'm getting radiation there. That's weird. Must be radiation from somewhere up there. I don't think there's anything here that's radiated. Oh, yes, there is. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's already being set up, but there's nothing coming out that makes it actually. I wonder where it's actually being used, if it's being used dead on. Let me just check my little web thing that I've created to see where that gets used in. So we're looking for fuse modular frames. Where are they? There they are. They're used in both the thermal propulsion rocket and the pressure conversion cube. Thermal propulsion rocket needs 1 a minute, leaving us 2. Pressure conversion cube needs 1, so unless I've got one or both of them X going doing more than they need. Let me just check my pressure conversion cube. I think I might have the pressure conversion cube running at double, at 200%, which is why I think it's needing 2 a minute. Let me just go check that. Yeah, so the pressure conversion cube is running at double, sorry, 200%, but it's also then been doubled by a couple of summer super sloops. So that's why we're needing 3 a minute. Alright, easy. Let's check the thermal propulsion rocket to make sure I'm not doing anything there. Thermal propulsion rocket is this one here. Yeah, 1 a minute. Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go back to the other side. Alright, so I don't have any on me to run, do I? No. Alright, so let's just double check. So already been set up to be overflow. So if that's the case, we might just double check that it's actually, if in the future it does in fact overflow, that it's ready to go. So it's going to come into this one, it's going to go this way. Therefore it's going to come into that truck station, means it'll go up that conveyor belt lifter, and then it will go into that. It'll go into here. So we'll come up there, merging with that, and we want it to go left like it is. Get rid of that. Then we want only undefined, and that's okay. So it's already been set up. Alright, much more we can do. Right, let's go check cooling systems. That's the last item from this area. Then we can close it all up, put on all the steel walls around everything, and consider this area done. Cooling systems are just here. It's a funny shaped building because it's got a train station in it, so it needs nitrogen gas. So let's just have a check at what it's doing, because again, haven't done this for a while. It's another blender, we've got 2 of them. So, ooh, I'm running 98%. Not too sure why it would be. It's getting water. No, don't know why that would running 98%, but it's doing 6 a minute. So let's assume it's 100 really. This one is 100. So they collectively between the 2 of them are doing 12 a minute. So if we go up this level, we actually go into the train station bit here, so that's the train station there. Up the next level takes us to this little bit, and we go that way. Alright, but the fact that that's doing that would imply that we've got an overflow. So let's go, so what's actually, so turbo motors, and what the hell's that? Thermopropulsion rocket. Okay, both use it. Alright, let's go see if it's... Well, the fact that it's only using 10.5, whatever it was, would mean... Let's go check. So we are looking, this time we are looking at cooling system. Turbo motor standard recipe, which I'm probably using, I suspect needs, yep, the 7.5 that we saw, and the thermal propulsion rocket is using 3. But wasn't that the one that was doubled up? Let me just go check that again, I've got a shocking memory. Then when we come back through, we'll actually get the we'll set up all the pathing for it. It's going to go to the top next level up. running dead on. So what does it need? 3 minutes. We need 7.5 and 3, which is 10.5. We're making 12. Therefore, we're definitely going to have overflow. So, interesting enough, there's actually a alternative supercomputer recipe that can be used in with radio control unit and cooling system. I don't know if I actually got the recipe, but it only needs 2 items. Radio control unit 6 a minute and cooling system 6 a minute, and that makes 3-minute supercomputers. But it needs only just 4 items. That's interesting. Alright, so it's going to come up that one because it's going to come from the north end. So it's going to come up. It's going to come up here, merge left, then go that way. So we want it to go this way because we ultimately want it to go all the way through to that one there to go that way. So we need to go left for that first. We want the cooling system. It'll then turn into any undefined, so it'll flow right through. It'll do a left, join that merger, come this way, merge that way, merge into that one. We then want it to go left here. Cooling system. It'll be undefined all the way down here, so it'll eventually hit this, merge that way. Then we want it to hit this programmable splitter and get it to do that, and then we want it to go cooling system that way, so it'll flick around behind us and go back over here, up there. And if we walk around that, go up to our next level. Where are we going to put this? So they're all done. They're all used. I think we'll move it into this one. So, as a result of that, we want it to come out of there. It'll come into this one. It'll split that way. It'll then come along here. Join that programmable splitter, and we'll go. Oh, I need to change that. That's not going to work. I need a programmable splitter. Then we have. Oh, I've already forgotten. Oh, heat sinks that way. So sensor will be, no, it will be aluminium casing. That. To the right will be heat sink, and now add to that cooling system. And then we'll bring that down. Making a Mark 6. Don't technically need a programmable splitter here. Do I? Yeah, I kind of do, kind of don't. Anyway, it's what I've used up the top. Next level one down, so we'll do that. So then we're in any undefined, going through there, into there. Have none coming that way, and we'll do the cooling system that way. I thought I made that. And then we'll just go check up the top to make sure that is connected. Yep, it is. Right, it's ready to go. We've now just got to check if we've got overflow, which we should have. We should have 1.5 a minute being made excess, so there should be overflow. Let's find out where it comes out of here. Coming down. Oh, in that corner. Okay. Yeah, you can see that's definitely overflow. Alright, so it goes down a level. Alright, let's follow it down. Goes down another level. Leave that for a second. Another level. It goes that way. To a splitter. It's actually not splitting it. Okay, it's a little bit of an odd arrangement. And then that goes down because both of the turbo motor and thermal propulsion rockets have been made in that end, so that must then just join. Yeah, that just joins the run straight through there. That makes sense. Okay. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to tweak that because that's not really sensible. So it's going to come out of there. And this is that other merge that we had. So what I might do... So it's going eventually that way. So... we just do this and have it go that way. And it'll come into a smart splitter right in front of it, like that. And we tell this to go cooling system through the middle and overflow to the left. What we'll end up doing is we'll put a merger basically there. Now we've done that, we'll now make this come down the middle. So we'll put that there, that there. This should basically still line up with it because it's going to be in the same path as that. So just put it on there. And all we need to do actually, I'm not going to wait till that finishes, we'll just do that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that little bit, and just go straight into there. Cool. Get rid of that. Put that back in. Get rid of that. That doesn't look right. Do that, and then we go, that's now already back to overflow. Cool. So that's right dead on that line there, so we'll just remove that. Put a merger that goes that way. And that stuff going to there. Oh, it's going to be a bit short. Go to there. And do that to there. That should now be flowing through. Cool. And this can just go straight into there. And then we'll go through. Cool. That gap. That gap. Now that we've got those going through there, I've got a couple of gaps in my floors I'm going to fill in. Alright, they should already be sitting in this truck station storage. Where have they gone? Okay, wasn't expecting that. I thought they joined that. Which then joined that. Which then joined that. So that's just a straight up merger. Alright, there's no reason why they shouldn't be there, so why aren't they? Unless the truck already picked it up. It's possible, I guess. The truck is on its way back. We'll go check. Stuff pouring out of this machine. So we're just adding casings. Let's just go up here. Back of that. Ah, obviously I just missed it. Okay. And there's 36 of them. Beautiful. Looks like a charm. Alright. Is there any more just in there now? There's 2 more in there. I just actually do want to watch this. No, it does definitely work. I just want to watch it. I'll go into there. So we should see cooling system basically come up there, go there, and then appear here. Take a few seconds for it to, and there's that load. There's 2 cooling systems, and then we should see it go that way. Yep, beautiful. Cool. Alrighty, that's the northern one done. So next step is basically all the gaps we see around the outside, they get plugged now because we don't need to access underneath, all things being equal. And yeah, we can then wrap up episode, what am I in, 37? And then yeah, wrap up 37. Alright, let's go. Oh. Actually, I need to think about that rubber. I haven't got rubber being stored anywhere, just haven't seen that, because does it go, rubber go down here at all? Yeah, it does. Alright. So that's actually something we need to think about. I might actually do that. So where does that go and get used? Which level is that on again? The bottom one. Yes. So does it get used in here at all? Not too sure. Aha, rubber. Just do that. Okay, any 106.5 apparently. Oh, we've got some gaps in our falls again. Right, what do we got here? So it goes into a splitter. Just splitting it, what's the problem with it? So it goes left for a bit. What does it do down here? Then goes left hook into there. Okay. It looks like it's around the cooling system area. Okay, so cooling system does require rubber. Okay. So it must be going to both of them. So how have I got that done? That one there's got the rubber. Oh, I see what it does. Goes that way into a splitter which splits to that one and then splits through to that one at the end there. Okay. So what's that requirement per minute per machine? It needs 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, so that's 24. The other place it went was it came... Where the hell am I stuck? Corner. There we go. The next one it came, it went down a level, so it went down to the bottom where it obviously goes that way. And does that just join the run? It does, right. So rubber is used in a bunch of stuff, so we're using the cooling system. That's using the 24 we just saw. I'm not too sure where this is actually going. No, it's going right through. I'm sure I got rid of that tree earlier. And it says I... Oh. I'll pick that up while we're here. Goes into here, goes through here, goes into another splitter, which splits it to 2 setups. Okay, I'm not too sure what these setups are. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be that one. Yep, ready control. Turbo motor's using it, and it must mean that the adaptive control unit, no, modular engine must be using it too. Yes, so we've got 24 a minute being used by the cooling system. We've got 45 a minute being used by the turbo motors. So 45 plus 24 is 69. Nice. Right, let's go look at what the modular engine needs it. There it is there. It needs 37.5. 37.5. So that's dead on 106.5 as our alright, so as our this thing, what's it called? What's that thing called again? Efficiency checker. That's what I was using. Efficiency checker, a little handheld one. That's what it said it was, 106.5. So, question is, what are we making? How much are we making a minute? So we can do a couple of ways we can do this. I suspect it's all coming... Actually, I'm going to just go to where I think that's all being... where that's coming from. I actually haven't got stairs to do this yet, so I'm just going to go out the front here and just fly at the top. I don't know if I've never got stairs to get into the very top. Oh, I do. I want to go to... Nope, not these are those. I go to the one that says aluminium. Because I believe that we've got rubber coming in from here, but not that much. Don't know which one of those is which actually. One of those brings in rubber. I think I've also got rubber being made. Oh, actually, I don't. It says plastic and plastic. So it's the only place where we've got rubber being coming in is via that train. So if we go looking down there, we won't see any rubber. No, we won't. Alright, let me just check one little thing. Okay. So the Spire Coast, if I'm reading this correctly, update the trains. Has got... Oh, it's coming in. Alright. So one of these is loading off rubber. Just don't know which one of these it is. Probably the one that goes back empty. I think the one that... that might be both of them because there's not much plastic coming into here either. Let's see what this is. Alright, so it's, whatever's being dropped off is completely being dropped off. Cool. That's the plastic one. Alright, so we've just dropped off quite a lot of rubber there, so based on what I am seeing, it's dropped off over 2,000 rubber, so it's bringing 338 rubber per minute. And obviously what happens is it uses it, filters through that entire belt run, which is an absolute long belt run, and eventually runs out, but it doesn't ultimately run out of rubber going into the actual device, the machines that need it. Okay, so on that basis, so if we are getting 338 rubber a minute, if we now go back to here, I would suspect we'll probably see... I actually would wonder if it ever empties until it stops coming out because it doesn't need it, because it's not using everything. So there's the rubber already backed up here. So if we just go along this path here, we'll eventually probably find a big gap in the... Unless it's already filled it in, it's possible. However, there's a second one there. Well, like I said, if we only need 106 a minute and it's using 338, there's a lot of excess. In all, In reality, it's 200 odd a minute. So what I might do, I'm not too I don't really want to overflow everything of that excess. So what we'll do is where the rubber comes into here, we'll put a smart splitter right on the entry point to it. It's down here, wasn't it? No, where was it? There. So we'll put one there, and rather than doing like a that. So if we do that, that can go through to there. That'll flow straight through. And stop very shortly, I suspect, although maybe... Yeah, okay. So it's already stopped flowing, so it's obviously not using that much of it. But that's a merger that'll go into where I want it to go. So rather than putting... So if we've got 338 coming out, even though it's not a continuous flow because it's got the belt run, the other is the train station's got to have loading and unloading times. Just checking my little web thing at the moment to see. So the rubber's almost out of the train at the other end, that train station. It's only got less than 300 left of the couple of thousand that dropped off. And that train, just curiously, where is it? Trains, is on its way back. Now, how much is, I don't know how much is on the train at the moment. But it's not that far away. And alright, so now that train station here, there, is empty. It's got no plastic, no rubber left in it. So, as you can see, this is not moving at all. But what I'll do is, I could just do a straight overflow and put a Mark V belt on it, which means it'll basically, everything will flow out. But rather than risk not have enough go through, if we were to take either a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 belt, so if we need 106, I'm going to take a Mark 2 belt out of it. So if I do that means it'll overflow at a maximum of 120 rubber per minute. So if we now just go into here and do that as overflow, you'll now see it drift off that. We can now basically go back to Mark 5, like that, and that'll now go into there and go into that. Which means we're now going to have to figure out where we're going to put the rubber. The rubber we'll put next to aluminium casings, we might as well. Must have been I completely forgot about the rubber. So we will. So again, it's going to come up. That one there is therefore going to come into here. We want it to go left. We then want it to go undefined all the way through. It'll come up there. It'll come up here and come into this merger. We then want it to go left. Basically, we're going to follow the cooling system for a bit. It'll come through there, come out there, and then come out to here. Philly getting there, that. We want that. Again, rubber. Maybe it'll hook back and around there. Go up there. I'm going to go up to here. I'm actually wondering if I should move. Because rubber's more what should really belong on this level, but I don't know what I could sort of remove that would make. No, it's alright. I'll definitely put it into a. That's what I'll do. I don't know why my hands are doing that. What we'll do is we'll put it into. Go down. So, why is that stop? I've already hit rubber there. Is that why? That was quick. We're going to put it this way. So we want it to go rubber that way. And then we want it to go into. Actually, let me just check what that's got. We want that one. And then we'll put a programmable splitter there. Any undefined to go through. Go rubber to go right. Rubber to go left. Because what we'll do is we'll actually build into here. We'll build the one of these. Just got to figure out. I'm going to go one more that way. So we'll do that. So, and then we want a smart splitter. Basically. There. That should do that. I've got it right, that will have space there. Cool. So we go rubber that way, into there, into there. Rubber goes straight through. Overflow goes that way. If it ever does overflow, we'll go into there. So that's not what I want. Rubber to go that way. Any undefined to go through. Rubber and rubber. Ah, damn it, a heatsink got out. Damn it. Right, so what that's now doing is that's splitting it between the container above, but also putting it into a dimensional uploader. Which means if I want to ever use rubber somewhere, out in the field, building something, I will be able to have access to it. Copy that, and go organisation, little square sign. Paste our settings. Choose rubber. Done. Beautiful. Right. Now, where was I doing? Cooling system. We've got sorted, actually. Cooling system. Right. If we come up into here, there should be some rubber. Oh. Where'd the rubber go? Should be in there, shouldn't it? Okay, I'm confused. Did I not set the right thing? Oh, wait a second. Oh, I can see what the problem is. That's actually not connected. that at none for the time being, so it'll stop everything. Rover's going into it very slowly. That should now have it splitting a bit, because it will now split evenly between the container up here. Yep, I've got a couple gone in, and what I might do is I might just put that in there. So those, yeah, these are not, that's a mod that does that, puts that screen on top of it. It does all the, how much is in it sort of thing as well. You can, you can put your own sign on there too, but it won't have any smarts to it. Alright, so that's that one, so that's that. So, let me just go check what we've got left to... Oh, I haven't done the signs from the ceiling, haven't done that either. Alright, that's right. We'll do that in the cleanup episode. Something to do, but that'll go. So, I think we're done. We've got all this, we've got cooling systems coming in. We may at some point get fused modular frames coming through, everything's set up to deal with if they do. Oh, this has got a big gap in here, I just realised that. So I might have the odd gap like those in these floors, but there shouldn't be any of the big massive holes like we just found. Right, I think this area is done. So that basically means that the next step is to put all these gaps in. So basically that means put, not that one, find a steel wall one, that will do. Put that there. Alright, that'll wrap up episode 37. So next episode, being 38, is planned to... Go check my notes. Episode 38 will be the West, which is that one. So do the same with that, get all the buildings done, anything that's not being stored centrally, get that moved into the central storage hub, which isn't much I don't think from there. Big one, the big time sink with that one will be all the floors I've got to do, because there are some 8 or 9-story buildings in there, so it'll take a while to do all the floors and stuff. That's episode 38. Till then, thanks for watching and goodbye. See you in the next one.